your indulgence. Dr. Mohler, in the close of your opening statement, you said that people were afraid. You talked to people in the research community, in your community, who were afraid to be doing any research that might expose the truth that this came from a lab because they were concerned about getting blackballed from China. Is that right? You said something to that effect?
That's pretty close. I'm not sure that they were convinced. They didn't want to be involved in that kind of investigation. How that investigation would turn out, they weren't sure. But yes, there were other reasons too. When people learned I was going to come here, I live in Berkeley. I get lots of advice. I get advice not only from my friends and colleagues in Berkeley, but I get advice from all around the country.
Yeah.
Not one person of all my friends and advisors thought I should come to this committee.
So
the reason was because it was Republicans. My response to every one of them is I am not going to go and, scientists, yes, they are often biased. You need to distinguish between scientists' opinions and science. And science is nonpartisan. Science is unbiased. I came here and I told all of them I was going to come here and I will talk to anybody.
Yeah.
And I want to present science because I think in this case, the science by itself carries the argument. I don't want you to ask me for my opinions on things. If I stick to the science, then I can defend myself against my friends.
The chairman just refreshed my memory. He said the words you used were enemies of China. I think you used when anyone who would be doing research that would go against the evolutionary theory of this was going to be somehow attacked. But it wasn't just China. This is my point. It was everyone. Dr. Fauci was against doing that. The media was against. If you did that, big tech went against. Everyone went against the people who were actually, as it turns out, focusing on the truth. That is a scary thing for our country, and it goes right to your point. That's about opinions and politics, not about science. And that is what has happened, what did happen for the last year and a half. And my point that I made in my opening statement was, and Dr. Fauci, I believe, based on what I showed you all, I believe knew that from the get-go and was misleading the American people. And again, maybe I'm wrong, but he could have came here and answered my questions.
Another quick anecdote. In September, when I called a virologist at a national laboratory and said, I was soliciting some help. This was before I met Dr. Quay. I was soliciting some help on this issue. He said, no, I'm not going to touch that. I'm not going to recommend anybody touch that because it would help the reelection of Donald Trump.
Yep.
So it was a political issue for some of them.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Dr. Mohler. Again, thank you for an all